Hello, my name is Mr. Williamson, and I am the modern U.S. history teacher at Roosevelt High School. The goal of this video is simply just to let you know what's been going on in class so far this year, what we've been learning, and what we have kind of coming up. As you know, conferences are Monday night in person at Roosevelt High School from 4 o'clock to 7:30 p.m. and virtually on Tuesday night from 4 o'clock to 7:30 p.m. If you'd like to contact or to have me contact you, just let me know and send me an email. I also sent out a sign up genius sign up through email earlier tonight. So far in modern US history, the first unit that we did was kind of a review unit from what the kids did in middle school. We covered Civil War and Reconstruction, started with the causes of the Civil War going all the way back to 1820, going into the Civil War a little bit, not really a lot of battles or anything specifics, just more of the causes and effects of the Civil War. Then we talked about Reconstruction. How did our nation come back together as a country after, a 4-year breakup, basically? And the goal of that was just to see, what our country did, how we got back together, what some of the policies were, and how effective it was or ineffective it was. Then the next unit that we did was westward expansion, where we started talking about settlements. We had a lot of students who have homesteads that they may have from the 1860s, 70s, even 80s. We also talked a lot about South Dakota history in regards to Native American history. Obviously, the majority of our history in South Dakota is Native American history, and it's important to understand and to learn about that history. And so that was the westward expansion unit. We looked at the 9 reservations in South Dakota and the different tribes in South Dakota. So we kind of related it to modern history as well, not just what happened 150 years ago, but also what happened and what's happened over the last 150 years too, in regards to South Dakota history. So that was our last unit. Currently, we are talking about industrialization. We just got done learning about the Big Four: Rockefeller, Carnegie, Vanderbilt, and J.P. Morgan, and we learned about some of the impacts that they had on the United States, how they moved us into an industrial economy. We looked at them as titans of industry or robber barons, depending on how you look at it. Currently, we're talking about labor and the labor movement that's going to happen in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and then we also talk about immigration considerably with regards to old immigrants versus new immigrants, and really what helped shape America during the late 1800s, early 1900s. So that's the unit that we are on right now. After that, we go into imperialism. We talk about progressive movement. We look at World War One on a global scale, but also like how the United States was involved. Then we'll finish out the year in the 1920s. That's where we will end the first semester and then pick up second semester with the Depression in the 30s. So that's what we've been going on doing so far this year. I've had a blast getting to know each and every student. I also have a student teacher with me this year. His name is Mr. Kuiper, and he is currently with Mr. DeYoung after Mr. DeYoung had his twin babies, but he will be coming back to us for the last 4 weeks or so here next week sometime. He also did a lot of teaching during the westward expansion unit, so I'm hoping that he will be with us come conference time. So if you would like to talk with him, we'd be more than happy to talk with you either in person, or if you'd like to have us give you a phone call, that'd be great too. Mr. Kuiper's done a wonderful job. If you ask the kids, most of the kids just absolutely love him. He is a natural in front of the classroom, so have no fear with Mr. Kuiper. He's done a great job. A couple of the policies and procedures that I think are important. One, if you've been looking on Infinite Campus, you've noticed we've had 2 tests so far. We'll have a few more quizzes coming up. I kind of get into that slowly. So we'll have a few more quizzes and tests coming up. The one thing that it's important for you to understand is that test grade is not always the final grade. I do allow test corrections. I have test correction sheets. So if you see that your son or daughter or guardian scored poorly on a test, I completely understand. They have every opportunity to do test retakes or test corrections and get part of that credit back. The other thing is late work. I appreciate everybody turning stuff in on time and doing things on time, but I do allow late work. I allow it up until the last day of the semester, which is January 20th, I believe. So encourage your student to get that in, and that'll be great. Other procedure, if you ever need to contact me, please email me. If you want me to call you, I can certainly contact you that way. Um, eh, Most of the students that we have this year are juniors or at least junior level or junior age, and so I'm hoping they have a little bit more responsibility. At this age, I do a lot less contacting home and a lot more just dealing with the students directly. But if you would like me to spend more time contacting you individually, please don't hesitate to email me. Don't hesitate to send me a message, and I can always call if need be. But so far, I've had a great year, and I'm looking forward to a great rest of the semester. Look forward to seeing you hopefully on Monday night or talking with you on Tuesday night.